So I want to just talk about my experience as a health professional, because that's my background. I was trained in osteopathic massage and remedial therapies and naturopathy, and I went through what was originally called a diploma of natural therapy, so it was quite eclectic. And this came off the back that by the time I was 15, I had the opportunity to be exposed to learning osteopathic massage during my school holidays, and found a place where I was acknowledged as having some talent or ability. This came off the back of the fact that, having gone through schooling and certainly up to coming into high school, I developed a belief that I wasn't as smart or as intelligent as other people. And part of my story was the fact that I needed to be noticed as being intelligent, because it was important in our family. It was part of the family story. I grew up in a home where we had bookcases full of books, and intelligentsia around reading was important. I had an older sibling who was very, very clever in terms of smart and academically capable, and off the back of all these things I turn up struggling to be able to perform in the same way, and struggle to find a place where I could be acknowledged as fitting into this model. And so I found other ways to express that. This becomes the basis of what drives me as a healer. So in other words, the way in which I fulfill my role, and because this is true of any role that we encounter in life, which could be in any of these other areas, is that I have this narrative about myself that sits at the basis, and I'm driven to do what I do as a healer. And in my case, I also found skills in public speaking, that I'm driven to do these things off the back of the fact that I don't believe that I'm smart enough. Now, it doesn't matter how skilled I become as a health professional, how good I become at inspiring people as a public speaker. The underwriting story is that I'm still not smart, and so I'll keep on pushing myself and pushing myself. And of course, why I turn up to do the work isn't to really serve the people that I'm speaking to, and it isn't about serving the people that I'm treating or working with as a health professional. What I'm doing is serving myself in an attempt to fill the empty space. The evidence of this is the lack of boundaries that existed within the choices that I was making, in the time that I spent working, how I engaged my work, what I did when I had spare time. For example, in my spare time, because there wasn't fulfillment in my intelligence in doing the other stuff that I was doing, I still was looking for what it was that I wanted. And so I got very heavily involved in community service outside of my work. So I was involved in leadership within scouting, and leadership within the church, and leadership within the school P&C. And of course, when time wasn't spent doing all those things, I'd resort to comfort eating. And it became necessary for me to fill the empty space by eating in such a way that I ended up being over 140 kg in weight. And I would dare say was very close to killing myself through a heart attack. Fortunately, things happened in my life in a way that allowed me to eventually identify this story, and in identifying the story, see how my choices in my behaviour and my engagement in life was being driven by this need to be acknowledged as being intelligent. Now, over these couple of days, we help people identify this story, and we help people to identify the way in which it can be worked with in order to allow you to be more mindful. When you're functioning from your story, you can't be mindful, which means that you end up doing what you've always done in order to function and survive life. By becoming more aware of the story, and therefore being more mindful of the way in which it's impacting on your life and the life of your clients, or the person you're in a relationship, or the people you work with in community, by becoming aware of that, you're able to then start to make different choices. And of course, at EAP, we have a saying that your story is the gift you gave yourself in order to fulfill your higher purpose. And of course, what happens is you're able to then recalibrate by becoming aware of your story, how you relate to the people that you engage, and how you engage life so that you can do it more lovingly for yourself, more lovingly for others in a way that's more loving for the planet as well. I'd really love you to explore more about the Enhancers Awareness Program, but more particularly have a look at the programs that we're running in Pathways to Mindfulness. And if there's something there that has some appeal to you, then please contact us and we'll be happy to send you out more information about it. Thanks for listening to the video.